This is Insurgency Sandstorm. We're here on Xbox Series S, jumping into the game that is optimized for the console. We're getting 1080p at 60 FPS. This is a very tactical shooter experience where you are supposed to really kind of take your time. It's kind of a little Call of Duty-esque, but a lot more focused on actual objective play across a series of different playlist options. And there have already been some content updates that have added additional, like a new mode, some new maps. So there is some support here as well. There's also going to be crossplay. There's not crossplay yet between platforms, but you can play, within the same generation of consoles. So like, last gen Xbox One with Series X, Series S. But full crossplay is supposed to come in an update down the road, alongside, I guess, mod support as well to some degree. So kind of neat. In this game, you have two options. You can play the competitive multiplayer, or you can jump in. There's like cooperative, so you can play as a squad doing different missions. There's like day-night, so there's kind of like different setups there as you're fighting against, different waves. So the co-op mode's kind of cool. It's not necessarily something I spend all my time playing. I play push. So there's a bunch of different modes. Again, all of them objective-based. There's one where you're like trying to protect like a VIP. There's some where you're taking positions. There's some that are a little bit more back and forth. There's all kinds of different objective-based things. And like I mentioned, this is very tactical. It's like one or two bullets will kill you, or a bullet can kill you. And you'll notice that I'm playing a little bit more speedy. I'm trying to make the gameplay, maybe seem a little bit more intense and interesting. But, you can play this very slow. You can play this very, very tactically. You could take your time. It's a very interesting sort of experience that I quite love. I think it's a lot of fun. Team support's really great and quite important in this one if you want to do well. Now, on the Series S, there is, quite a drop in the resolution quality. I mean, you do keep that smooth 60 FPS going, but it's like, it's a lot murkier. Even on the Series X, I was kind of like, there is a weird mix of like really high resolution textures and then really low resolution textures, but everything on here is a lot murkier. I mean, all the geometry is the same, but it definitely, it seems like it would be harder to hit targets in some scenarios just because, like, distance-wise, they're a lot less, kind of visible and stuff. Oh, come on. Come on. Get out of here with that. That was ridiculous. That guy should have dropped dead there. I was lightly putting bullets. Like, you can also switch to single fire if you want to. But, you get a range of different weapons, tools, and there's a lot of tactics here. So I'm playing as, like, the observer. So I work with this person here that can call in, like... Actually, I don't know if that's player. That might just be another one of me. Anyways, there's a character that can come in here, and that's like a commander. And they can come... Oh, that is the commander. Okay. And then basically they could be like, whoa, we need a chopper. And then, like, I call in that chopper and if I'm in the vicinity of them. And it's a really neat sort of like setup where it's like, hey, this is actually, squad based. This is actually team focused. I like the objective modes in this, things where you're like, again, taking positions or pushing forward or trying to defend places. It's really, really quite neat. And I have spent a lot of time playing this game. It is definitely intense and action-packed. It's got a neat modern setting to it. It's got a variety of different levels. There is actually like a healthy amount of levels in this. And it's something you can just like play over and over again and keep playing, and it's just fun. It's very visceral. This game has some of the best like audio sounds I've heard in like shooters in quite a while. It's just like, you can hear like bullets whizzing and stuff like that. It's got most of the tactical elements down packed. It's, again, quite enjoyable, especially if you're looking for a different kind of shooter, something a little bit more unique. Just, again, for the Series S, my big thing is, like, again, visuals. Like, it's not... It's a lot more murky, going down to 1080. I don't think it's bad to any degree. Like, it looks fine, it plays well. But it's just kind of like... I can definitely see where the sharpness might be a little bit of a factor. Was that an enemy behind that door? There's an achievement if you kick down a door and kill someone with it. I have that achievement. A lot of the achievements in this game are complete happenstance. Not part of my review, but just something I thought I would mention is they're just like things that randomly happen while you're playing. It's just kind of neat. But yeah, this is something that is quite a cool type of game. I hope we see this franchise continue to be like supported going forward on the console platform. Like, if you don't know, Insurgency has been around for a long time. It was one of the first games I ever did like a written review on, like years and years ago. There was like Day of Infamy, which is like a World War II type of take on this one, like a spin-off type of shooter on this franchise. So there is, you know, it has a history. Ah, we got him, nice. And it's also crazy because like you don't know if you've killed people. Like, you actually have to make sure you've you know, you gotta kill confirm. What can I say? And also the maps are really neat. And just quickly going back to the franchise, I do hope that this kind of spurs them to be like, okay, future releases, closer parity with console and like, you know, PC release, that would be fantastic. And then now swapping back to the map design, it's really neat because it's like these maps are decently big. Like, they're not tiny levels. Like, they actually have like scale to them. And if you go far enough, you can actually be careful of friendly fire too. You don't want to shoot your teammates. But if you go long enough, you can see like, oh, these maps are really, really big. But they're also quite linear in their style. Like, they push you through certain areas. They don't let you get like unlimited in terms of your creativity. You gotta actually like, you know, move through different spots, control choke points. You know, the vehicle could help you. I find the vehicles are like very specific and almost like circumstantial in like small degrees, like little bursts, but you know, there is that element of play there. But I love how it's like, okay, you've got some open area here, but there's only some spots you can enter the place where you're going to. You know, there's nothing too silly. You gotta be smart. You gotta walk in, you gotta shoot, you gotta clear the rooms, you gotta be smart about it, be tactical about it, don't want a friendly fire. You've got grenades, you got different weapons. As we see with the class options, you can completely customize stuff. You can change how your soldier looks. There's not really like anything too intense microtransaction wise. I think there's like seasonal armor visual pack things you can get, but it's not like they're nickel and diming you, which is really appreciated. It's like a full experience with free extra little bits of content. Now, I don't know how long post-launch we'll see support. We have seen some extra maps, like I mentioned, some extra modes. This is something that has been out for a while on PC, so it's kind of like, I don't know how long-term support's going to go for this one, but you know, for now I think we have a very full game that offers a good amount of maps, a good amount of content, and I'm kind of really excited to see what they do next. And again, like I'm saying, I really hope we get good console support going forward, and we get them being like, oh, let's you know, let's make sure that we kind of support console players right off the bat, because I would love to see more tactical experiences like this come to the console. And it's kind of exciting because, you know, it's tactical, but it's not super slow either. It's not something that, like, you know, really meticulously has you like walk around and stuff. Like, you actually have situations where you're in tighter combat, you're in tighter modern combat, you gotta move around, you gotta be smart about it. Come on, how did that guy not die faster? I should have went actually for the stab, but I was like, yeah. Stabbing is a very, very rare thing in this one. Oh, damn. But yeah, like you can see, like, you literally, like, can die so fast. You gotta be lucky and also good at what you're doing, and then you can get things done. And a good, solid match is about 20-30 minutes, basically like a side, like you kind of switch after and stuff like that, and then you go to the different maps, and, you know, and, like, aesthetically, you know, the maps are a similar setting, like, they're all this type of setting, but yet they're all very distinct in their style and their look. You know, you get, like, there's even, like, a snowy type map, but, you know, buildings and stuff feel similar, but yet they feel entirely different in terms of layout and design. There's, like, a more of a bridge-oriented one, there's more like a hill, there's, like, a farms one. Like, they all feel very distinct and different, and they're all quite well done. And you know what, the more I play this version of it on the Series S, the more I'm kind of, like, the textural divide that I notice on Series X is, like, less present. Everything kind of blends in together nicer. So you might not notice that I did on the Series X, where I'm like, wow, some of these textures are like really, really sharp, and some of them are like, not so sharp, but yeah, it's kind of neat. We're on the final position here. So in push, you gotta, you know, push to get to this final point, and then it comes down to like planting a bomb, destroying it, or like kind of eliminating the other players. Like, there is the wave system. I don't know if you noticed that in the bottom of the screen there. So there's like X amount of like waves you have, and you get new waves for like taking objectives, and you're kind of like picking away almost at each other's waves, because that can be a factor for loss too. You know, it's not necessarily just how everything kind of goes objective wise. Like, you actually have to monitor your waves, monitor your lives, and you got to be tactical and smart about the situations in order to come out on top. And I think that's quite interesting and unique about this one. And I just really like the setup of this game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a great shooter. It's definitely something that I've personally had a lot of fun playing. It's so different and cool, and I like that we're finally getting more experiences like this on the console. Because I think, we've kind of looked back and, we do get the odd, like, different title, something a little bit more tactical, but we're starting to see more and more kind of PC-only experiences come to the console, and I think that's really exciting. And especially get something like this that's not like some huge AAA effort, and it's a little bit more niche, but yet it's like, here it is, enjoy it. You get a little bit of an optimization with it too, and I think it just delivers something that is fun, engaging, intense. Like, seriously, like, sometimes when you're sitting there and you're just like, bullets whizzing by, and you hear like all the little shots going, the almost the ricocheting off of like stone and concrete and stuff, and you're just like, whoa, this is intense. You feel the pressure there. It's like ding ding ding, and you're just like trying to lie down, you're trying to just like cover yourself and then return fire, and do you quick reload the magazine, do you go intense about it? It's really up to your style of play, and you really get to customize your own kind of loadouts, your own setup. Do you want to go in guns blazing? Do you want to be more sitting back? Guns blazing rarely ever works out for you in this game. Like, it's just gonna absolutely get you killed out there. But sometimes, it works well. You get into a room, you go bum bum bum, you got like a triple kill, you feel good about it. You don't know because it's not like, ooh, triple kill. You don't get medals, but you know that you've killed those people in that way, and that's kind of exciting. But now we get a little bit of a perspective on the defense side of things, where we need to hold down the setup here, for which they are attacking from where we were last time. And it's just kind of like a back and forth. I wish the tying was done a little bit better, like how you win if you, like, one team wins one side, one team wins the other side. It's like how things are determined is a little bit odd, but other than that, I mean, who really cares about that? It's more, did you get the objectives done? Did you get your job done? That's what's cool about this one. It's just, like, it's really neat, it's different. They give you all of the different tools to be as intensely tactical as you want to be, or as casual as you perhaps need to be. Like, it can get really kind of intense here, and look, you get like a good draw distance on the Series S too. I just wish it was a little, again, sharper. Like, it looks almost like, compared to what I'm used to, it's very, very murky out in the distance. And I can see how that'd be more like blobs you're shooting. But you really can be your soldier in this one, in the modern setting, and have fun with that. And it's kind of crazy. Do we have full teams here? Where is that button? No, that's not that one. There we go. Oh no, it is full squads. I guess we're just kind of waiting for them to start pushing over. I always call our team the blue shirts because no one like ever customizes. There are actual, like I mentioned, like actual customizations you can do, and you can like earn almost all of it just by straight up playing the game. But you can see, like, with my stats here, I'm like level, where am I here? I'm level 85, so it's like I've played like a lot of this game. We've done a lot of streams on it, so I can comfortably, really intensely say, like, I get this game, I get what it is, and I do certainly enjoy what it has to offer, and I think you will as well if you are looking for something that is, kind of tactical, kind of intense, something that makes you think a little bit more than other shooters. Oh, jeez. Got shot from the side. I thought the upcoming little truck attack was going to be the problem there. And I don't know, it's just really, really neat, and it seems like it has a healthy community, like, all throughout the day. Like, we're playing pretty late into the night here, and it's kind of like full lobbies, and then there's different modes you can play. Like we've been doing just push, but there's one with the hostage, there's like the flag ones, there's... Everything's objective based though. If you're wanting some kind of like straight up deathmatch type thing that's really not present here, like there's one that's kind of like that, but again, this isn't that type of game. They want you actually kind of working as a squad, getting those objectives done, working together, functioning as a unit. Even if you're not talking, there is still like a distinct level of strategy in how you tackle scenarios in combat within this game. And I think that's really, really cool. So it's a lot of fun. I definitely say go ahead if it intrigues you. I would say with confidence that this is fun and really well done. It's not necessarily like the perfect, kind of like tactical shooter, but I think for what it is, it offers a lot of value and a lot of replay, and I think you can have a really good time with it. So just enjoy some more, I guess you would say, gameplay of this in action, just to see what the defensive side is like more, I suppose.
Outpost coming! We need a moving ground on this position! Over! Drones are coming now! Stay back! Keep your eyes open! Hurry up! Using a grenade! Buggers! Enemy on beat! They're on B! I need your help, come on! Get off this!